Well, we are going to be here for a while. So, buckle up, people. Let's go. So, Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, episode 12 and 13. Review starts right now. That's right, baby. This is a double review. So, first of all, Isshin is back in the Soul Society. Yamamoto is questioning him, like, what the hell happened? Isshin gives his report, and he doesn't mention Masaki for very obvious reason, because I think if he mentions Masaki, Yamamoto will be almost immediately like, oh, okay, Soul Society, captains of Soul Society, lieutenants of Soul Society, come with me, we are destroying the Quincy's once and for all. And even if Yamamoto doesn't tell that, Mayuri might be intrigued by at least a pure Quincy, I don't know. Probably Mayuri will be somewhat intrigued. He wasn't that much intrigued when Uryu came, so I don't know. Whatever. Isshin is sitting in his room and he's basically thinking out Masaki, and he's like,
well, if I run into her again, I will be sure to give her a token of my gratitude. Like a baby. All three.
so yeah, Isshin is basically kind of missing Masaki. He's intrigued by Masaki, and same goes for Masaki. She's in her classroom basically thinking about this goddamn Soul Reaper, thinking like, man, I wish I knew his name, and I should have asked that, and wonder I would ever see him again. Well, turns on Masaki. You are going to see this man for the rest of your life. Sounds like a boring life. Unless you love him. Then it can be a little less boring. Maybe. Well, it turns out Masaki Kurosaki is a carrier of hollow AIDS. Yeah! Whatever. And she basically tackles Kisuke urahara, and Kisuke is immediately like,
What the hell? That girl is suffering from AIDS. That's hollow AIDS for you slow folks out there. What the hell am I supposed to do? Doctor, am I going to die? No.
well, after that, Masaki Kurosaki goes to her so-called home, the home that is going to kick her out within a week, give or take, and meets Ryuken, and eventually meets Mrs. Izumi, Ryuken's mother, and Mrs. Izumi is like, hey, Masaki, well, did you save a Soul Reaper? Did you save an innocent life? Did you use your powers for good? Did you get hollow AIDS? Well, turns out, this woman is a goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch snitch. Yeah, like I understand your point. You kind of have a good point. Okay, I won't be mad at you. Okay, it's kind of justified now. Okay.
A few moments later.
So, Masaki falls onto the floor, her hollow hole is like appearing, and she's having a hard time, honestly. And Ryuken is basically immediately like, oh, Masaki, yeah! And his mother is like, no, don't go with that thing. And then we get a shot of Ryuken's mother's ankle, essentially. A lot of ankle foot fetishes, people have ankle fetishes, fan service you can even call it. But technically I feel like it's not fan service. By the way, if you think I have a fetish like that, no, I don't have. I find it kind of disgusting, to be honest. But whatever, be you. Unless you can be better, please. So, we get to see that his mother, Ryuken's mother, has kind of a discolored, damaged leg. There's a theory around which kind of makes sense. The theory is basically that when Ryuken's mother and father were kind of young, had Ryuken, first of all, we know that Ryuken's mother really wants a lot of Quincy's to be born. So why didn't she give birth to more Quincy's? Ryuken is the only child that we know of, so why didn't she and her husband give birth to more Quincy's? Especially considering that Quincy's were already going extinct back when even they married. So the theory is that she couldn't have pure quincies because when she was kind of young and had Ryuken, after that she was somehow attacked by a hollow and was kind of deemed impure because of a hollow attack, and that mark is there on the ankle of the hollow attack. Maybe the hollow grabbed her from the ankle, attacked her, damaged her skin, pierced her flesh, something like that. But that's the reason that she did not have any more Quincy children, because they would be not pure Quincy's. They would be actually, according to her, that thing, the thing she calls masaki, a thing that don't go, Ryuken don't go with that thing. In a way, she views herself also as that thing, and she didn't wanted to give birth to such things. It's a theory. It's a pretty convincing theory, not gonna lie.
One eternity later.
I have a really hard time speaking today. I was eating chocolate, a big one, okay? A big, this size. And when I finished like 70% of the chocolate, I bit my tongue really hard on the left side. And like I can still taste blood, kind of. So it's really hard to speak for a long period of time. It happened 2-3 hours back. Oh. You want me to play it? Well. Oh my honey baby. What? I'm not gonna embarrass myself in front of just 26 people. I need at least like 100,000 at least. Hey, dudes, subscribe to my channel, please. Bye. So, Ryuken is carrying Masaki in his arms. That fucking son of a bitch. But whatever, I'm over it. No, I'm not. Turns out a hollow out of nowhere attacks Masaki and Ryuken. And I have a theory. The theory is that whatever is inside Masaki, this hollow thing, attracts other hollows, because right now a hollow came out of nowhere. And when Ichigo was born, that thing, that STD, that AIDS was transferred to Ichigo from his mother. That clip out of context is Sweet Home Alabama. Grand Fisher was attracted to Ichigo because of the hollow inside of him. I don't know. Can be, can be not. Isshin basically destroys this hollow, and Ryuken and Isshin like talk a little bit. Ryuken is blaming Isshin. Isshin is like, what the hell? And this happens.
What the hell you two idiots are doing? That shit, that disease that she's carrying might be communicable. Burn it with fire! But the thing is that... Burn it with fire!
So, Kisuke meets Isshin and Ryuken, tells basically them that I can save Masaki. She will never be the same though. And basically tells that she's a Quincy and whatever is inside of her is a hollow. And what's the opposite of a Quincy? It's a Shinigami. And what's opposite of a hollow is a human. So we need something as strong as a Quincy hollow hybrid, which turns out to be a human Shinigami hybrid. So he basically gives Isshin a human Gigai. He got someone's soul from, I don't know, he made a devil contract, or Urahara is maybe the devil himself. So he has access to souls or something. But he got Isshin a Gigai made from a real human soul people. Not a lot of people are questioning that, but question it at least. So basically Isshin decides to do it. Ryuken and Kisuke are like kind of amazed by the fact that Isshin basically, like, Kisuke is like,
Bro, you do realize that you would lose every significant relationship that you have developed over the period of hundreds of years. You would lose every significant relationship that you had. You would lose everything. But do I get a smoking hot wife? Yes. Bitch, I'm in.
Isshin is basically like, well, I mean, I will regret a lot of things. Like, I would like to tell at least Rangiku Toshiro, go back there, tell them what has happened, but I can't live with the fact that this girl saved me and I would let her die when I can save her very easily in a way. Like, I know what to do. The price is quite great, but what she did was also like quite great. So I'm doing it. I'm not that kind of a person, which Ryuken was not expecting. And after all of this, after when Isshin saves Masaki, Ryuken, like, this is something very sad. I feel like a lot of people are loving Masaki and Isshin a lot in this arc, and not a lot of people are loving Ryuken. I loved during this flashback. It's a flashback of three people in a way: Masaki, Isshin, and Ryuken. I loved Masaki. I don't think I need to explain why I loved her. Okay. My second choice is actually Ryuken, because when during this whole arc, Ryuken is a very I feel like I relate to him a lot, personally speaking. Like, he is someone who doesn't express his feelings a lot in real life. Is a very emotional guy, I feel like, maybe. And I don't know. Seems like he doesn't want this responsibility. He doesn't like responsibilities in a way. So I don't know. I relate to the dude, and yeah, I feel like he's second for me. Isshin was actually okay for me doing, like, I didn't hate him during this whole arc. Like, I wanted to know his past, but Ryuken turned out to be kind of an MVP out of nowhere, kind of an, I don't know, wild card. I really liked him, and even he got the least screen time, I feel like, compared to the other two. And he was more of a side character compared to the other two in this flashback. But I kind of liked him. He's second for me, I feel like, maybe. So Ryuken is back, he's sad, it's raining, and Katagiri, she's basically like, don't cry, master, it tears my heart apart. And Ryuken eventually decides, okay, I will go, but before that, he tells Katagiri is that, go back to my home, tell mom that Ryuken Ishida is not fit to lead the Ishida family, is not fit to lead the Quincy's. He is like, Ryuken is a kind of a character that I feel like does not, first of all, like this Quincy shit, and like generally, first of all, doesn't like responsibility that much, but specifically doesn't like this type of responsibility. He's actually fed up of his family and their family's history and all that stuff. Even in the present timeline, in one of the episodes, Ryuken tells Uryu that, Uryu, you don't have any skills, special skills to make you a great Quincy. I have. But the difference between you and I is that you are interested in being a great Quincy. You don't have the talent for it. I have the talent for it, but I am not interested in being a Quincy. And I kind of like it, not gonna lie. It's an interesting character dynamic. Character personality, whatever you wanna call it. So, turns out, then he eventually goes back to his home and impregnates Katagiri eventually. And Isshin basically decides to save Masaki, goes to Masaki's mind and destroys the hollow, destroys White. Turns out White is Zangetsu, destroys Zangetsu. And he uses Getsuga Tencho. Isshin Getsuga Tencho in this episode is more fiery compared to Ichigo's Getsuga Tencho, that's like more black in his bankai at least. So the question is did Isshin was Getsuga Tencho that he used against White in Masaki's mind his bankai? Can be not. Don't really know his bankai, though it didn't, I don't know. And he uses Getsuga Tencho on him. And third, another theory, it can be that after receiving Getsuga Tencho, Zangetsu, White decided that, yeah, I'm gonna take up this move, I like this. It's going to be your son Chica, bitch. So there was a certain scene in the manga, check it out, where Masaki and Isshin, they finally meet in real life after Isshin saves Masaki, and Masaki is like very beautifully naked, And she basically asks, it's a cute scene also, it's a really cute scene. Not just, it's a very hot and cute scene. It's kind of hard to do both, but somehow Masaki does it. That's why she's number one for me now. It's came out of nowhere. Like, I really hated her. She came out of nowhere and became number one, people. I don't know how she did it. But there's a, she asked Isshin that, hey, tell me your name. And Isshin's like, what the hell, you're fully naked. Have some shame, woman. And Isshin is like, I don't care, tell me your name, Soul Reaper. And that scene doesn't happen in the anime. That was kind of obvious why it wouldn't have happened. So, but that scene happens in the anime. There's a trick to it. That scene happens in the anime. When Isshin finally saves Masaki and Masaki is on the floor and Isshin is in his gi guy with Kisuke and he's looking at Masaki. Masaki says that she's kind of blushing also because he basically asked Isshin while in her sleep essentially, oh Soul Reaper, what is your name? And that's where we cut off the segment. But what is happening is that whole scene of Masaki essentially naked is asking Isshin what is your name in her mind, and we are just we are not able to see her mind, the segment that is happening in her mind, and we are getting to see the segment that is happening in real life. But that segment happens. You know, I was kind of pissed. I'm not pissed when this type of fan service doesn't happen. I'm not pissed that much. I was pissed it didn't happen because I'm very, very attracted to Masaki, not gonna lie. And she kind of nails this hot and cute part. And this scene was not just hot and cute, but also was very, in a way, showed her personality, which is again very cute in my opinion. But I'm okay now. Why am I okay? Because this scene happened. We didn't get to see it, but it happened. It happened in canon. It is canon. This scene happened. It was in our mind. We didn't get to see it. Use your imagination, people. But this scene happened. Check out the scene if you really want to check out the manga if you really want to check out. So after all that, after telling the whole story, Isshin is like,
and that, kids, is how I met your mother.
So, any questions, son? Yeah, Dad. Yeah. Why the hell are you telling me all of this now? Because I didn't feel like it. Yeah, that makes sense.
well, after all that, Isshin is basically like, Ichigo, I still need to tell you one thing. I need to tell you the truth about the day your mother died. 900 years ago, Yhwach, the Quincy King, regained his mind. 90 years ago, he regained his body. And 9 years ago, he regained his power. And how did he regain his power, my son? He regained his power by killing impure or unworthy Quincy's that he decided or deemed unworthy. That day, it's called something like Olu Wenche, something like that. I don't know the word. It starts with A, okay? It's a process in which he gains his power back, essentially. So on that day, 9 years ago, exactly from today, I think, he took the powers of impure or unworthy Quincy's according to him. And that day he killed off Uryu's mother, who was definitely a half Quincy or impure Quincy if you want to say it. And that day he killed off Masaki. Masaki was very strong according to Isshin. Grand Fisher would not have been able to put a scratch on her essentially. And the thing is that somehow he killed her. And the reason he killed her was because she didn't have access to her Quincy powers. She tried using it. She tried using Blood Rain, but it was not able to activate. And she died protecting you. Man, mothers are good, right?
One eternity later.
So, I mean, turns out Uryu's mother and Ichigo's mother both died not technically the same day, but for the same reason, in a way. And Uryu is definitely, when he joins the army of Yuha in this whole final episode, he is definitely plotting. He, first of all, at least I can understand why manga readers were confused, but as anime watchers, since the additional material is added into the anime, it's kind of obvious that Uryu got to know everything about this, that Yuha was kind of responsible, was definitely responsible for his mother's death. So he's going to join, and he's going to essentially be a double agent, triple agent, what do you call it? He's going to pull a Severus Snape on him, I guess. And he's going to betray you. It's obvious. He is pissed. Someone killed is the reason for your mother's death. You are going to kill that motherfucker, right? You are. I am. By the way, I really wanted to talk about this. Masaki, when she gets older, when she has Ichigo as a kid, she's still attractive. She's fairly attractive when she's a mother, essentially. She's attractive, but I'm attracted to, definitely, significantly, like heart-droppingly attracted to the Masaki that was in the flashback. I don't know, it's the shorter hair also, it's the faces she make, and in the present time, when she looks more mature, which some people are into, okay, like she's the mother, obviously she's grown taller also. I feel like maybe she was wearing heels, I don't know, but the eyes, the face, everything, the hair, I'm definitely more attracted to her. She's definitely my type in that, like she's still very attractive in that, but definitely that version, definitely.
5 minutes later.
There was a lot of scenes of Masaki and Isshin, like finally when they eventually get married and settle in, and Kisuke helps Isshin settle into the world of the living. Like Kisuke is basically a pro, honestly. I wonder when did they meet Yoruichi, honestly. They would have liked Yoruichi for sure, especially Masaki. She's like very fun, honestly. Like it turns out, like, I'm kind of disappointed in this. Masaki is definitely into Isshin. Isshin was definitely not attracted to Masaki in that way, or did not fall in love with her in that way, but eventually he fell in love with her. I kind of wanted them to, like, Isshin to be like, okay, I also fell in love, but it's okay, you don't get everything that you want. Masaki, I immediately fell in love with you. On the other hand, Ryuken, who marries Katagiri, right? I don't feel like he loved Katagiri, not the way he loved Masaki. I even feel like he loved, right now also, he is more sad for Katagiri, he's more sad for Masaki than Katagiri. I feel like he didn't love Katagiri, like he loved her, like he cared about her, that she like in a way served her when he was young, essentially, and he's like, she cares about him, she's the mother of his son, she loves him, she would do anything for him, she's a good person, so he loves her, but he doesn't love her. Like, he is sad, he would take revenge for her against Yuha, I feel like, but he is more sad for Masaki's death than Katagiri's death, I feel like. And I'm not saying he loves Masaki. I don't know if he loves anyone, honestly. But I feel like he loves Masaki more than Katagiri, okay?
The next day.
Episode 13. So, first of all, Ichigo finally gets to go back to the number one Zanpakuto creator. And he finally decides to get one Asuchi, whatever. You get the point. Okay? And he's going in. Every Asuchi bows down to Ichigo, but Ichigo chooses one particular, one at the end, basically, in a way. And they shake hand, and that Asuchi starts to change color and starts to look more like Ichigo's hollow, which, shocker, is Zangetsu. that's not a spoiler, obviously now. So Ichigo finally meets these five not my type girls, to be honest. Like they're somewhat attractive, but they're not particularly my type. My favorite among them is the one that like takes her tooth from her mouth and makes a hammer. She looks her design is the most attractive to me, as long as she keeps the mask on. Okay. And these five girls with the number one Zanpakuto creator helps Ichigo to create a new Zanpakuto. But before that, there was a scene few episodes back. I mentioned that in one of my reviews also, where we didn't get to see Rukia's ass, Rukia's butt, Rukia's another word for ass. What's another word for ass? Peach. I don't like to use that word, but whatever. Okay, it destroys the meaning of the food. We like anime watchers didn't get to watch that scene animated. There was a fan animation online. You can check that out if you really want to. It's literally exactly same. Like the fan animation genuinely looks like the animation done by the studios. It's actually really good. Not kidding at all. But the thing is that a lot of Bleach fans were kind of mad about it. I was not, honestly. I'm fine. Rukia is no masaki. But in this episode, the staff decided. In the animation studio, it was probably something like this. Sir, a lot of people are mad that we didn't give them Rukia's speech. So what should we do, employee number 9678? Sir, I might have an idea. And then we got this. So, I mean, it was this. The moment I saw this, I was like immediately, okay, they didn't give rupees, but they gave whites as to us. Okay, whatever. So, before I talk about Ichigo's whole story in this episode, first of all, Saji, the doggy captain, is with his elder, and elder is like, Sajin is like, sir, teach me our clan's secret technique. And the elder guy is like, no, you were ashamed of our appearance forever. You hid your face because you were ashamed of it. And now you come to me, the elder of our clan, and you think that I will teach you our clan, the clan that you were ashamed of. It's secret technique, you dumbass. And Sajin is like, no, I wasn't like, now the times have changed. We don't need to live in the shadows. And the elder is like, we will always need to live in the shadows. From the whole conversation, it felt like Sajin is still saying that the times have changed. He was ashamed of his face because it looks like a dog. And his justification is that the times have changed. That's why I'm not ashamed of it. Like now the people are okay with it, but I think the correct response somewhat would have been, I am okay with it. I know it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's me. I'm born like this. It's me. Would you blame a tiger to look like this? No. Would you blame a wolf to look like this? Would you blame a pigeon to look like this? No. Would you blame a human to look like this? No. It's genetics. It's natural. So it's me. The correct response would have been, I am okay with it. I understand I was wrong back then when I was ashamed of it. There's nothing to be ashamed of it, but his response was that the society has changed now. People have changed now. They are not so because of that, I don't feel ashamed of it. It's not confidence from within. It's confidence because of external factors, I feel like. Whatever. Okay. So the elder is like, I will teach you and I will crush you with my own bare paws. And Sajin is like, bring it on, you motherfucker. Single-handed handstand push-ups, I would say. I don't know exactly, but she is doing it. She looks somewhat attractive while doing it also. Okay, and we get to see this. Shue, I want you to learn bankai. Wait, Captain, I can't. Listen, you weak-ass stupid son of a bitch. I want you to learn bankai. Renji has a bankai. Ikaku has a bankai. Wait, you know Ikaku has a bankai? Everyone knows Ikaku has a bankai, you stupid ass son of a bitch. The point is,
Byakuya's lieutenant has a bankai. Kenpachi's third seat has a bankai. Why the hell don't you have a bankai? You are making a fool out of me.
So, after all that, now I'm coming to the Ichigo story, the story that you want me to hear, to listen to. So, now, time for Ichigo's story. First of all, Ichigo is talking to the number one Zanpakuto creator, and the creator tells him that weren't you suspicious of the fact that your Asuchi looks like your hollow, your white hollow that you have been facing? And Ichigo's like, oh, yeah. And then he tells him that that's your Zanpakuto. The hollow is your Zanpakuto. That is your Shinigami power, Ichigo, you dumbass. And seriously, audience, you all people are also dumbasses, basically, honestly. So the number one Zanpakuto creator is basically like the person living inside of your sword, pretending to be your Zanpakuto, is actually yhwach. And Ichigo is like, oh my god, and immediately we get to see this.
Zangetsu! Are you even Zangetsu? What the hell is happening? This can't be true. No. Go! What? Ichigo, we are in your inner world, and for it to remain stable, you need to remain stable. God damn it.
So yeah, Ichigo's pretty sad. This whole sequence was really good in my opinion. I really like the fact that the moment Ichigo sees him and starts talking to him, the moment he starts talking and he realizes that his doubts might be true, it immediately starts to rain. And the moment his doubts are confirmed, essentially, buildings are chopped off, he is under a tsunami, and everything is getting destroyed because his inner world represents his emotions, and his emotions are in a very destroyed state. And eventually, Zangetsu, I will call him Zangetsu, okay? He, just like Ichigo, both of them are Zangetsu to me, honestly. This Zangetsu is Ichigo's Quincy power. It's not yhwach, it's not at all yhwach. It just looks like yhwach 1,000 years back when he was younger. But he's just Zangetsu, the Quincy Zangetsu, is the Ichigo's Quincy powers, which look like yhwach but are not yhwach at all. The thing is that I have one question. Why did the Quincy power mention while talking to Ichigo that I will have to kill you one day? I don't understand that completely. If you understand that, comment below and explain it to me essentially. If you do. If you don't waste my time or your, please. So Ichigo is really devastated by that. And he asked Quincy Zangetsu that, what's up, bro? What the hell is this? And Zangetsu basically explains that I never wanted you to be a soul reaper because I am a Quincy in a way. Okay, Quincy embodiment, whatever you want to call it. But the moment you started becoming soul reaper and you decided to go onto this path, I started liking your decision. Even though Quincy's are supposed to be my enemy, I started supporting your decision. And now when I am going away, I have to say, I am relieved, I am satisfied, I am happy. And Ichigo is like, Zangetsu! What? And Ichigo is basically like, Zangetsu, I still going to say I still need you, but whatever. Zangetsu basically gives him his actual Zanpakuto, his true Zanpakuto, turns out to be a dual-wielded Zanpakuto. Now, Quincy has two Zanpakutos, Ukitake has two Zanpakutos, and Ichigo is the third person to have two Zanpakutos. Makes sense. One Zanpakuto, the smaller one is the one that has Quincy powers in it, and the longer one is the one that has hollow Shinigami powers in it with hollow powers. Okay, so the thing is that Zanpakuto, this whole sequence in which Ichigo is like questioning Zangetsu that what's up, Zangetsu tells him that I never actually saved you essentially. I taught you everything I could, but that wasn't that much compared to what he could teach you and he could do for you. By he I mean Zangetsu Hollow. He was the one who saved you whenever you were on the verge of dying. Against Ukiura, he was the one who decided to go into Vastulode. He was the one who saved you again and again and again. And even if you go back to the Soul Society arc, you get to see that the actual Zangetsu, technically, Hollow One, is the one who saves Ichigo against Kenpachi. We get to see his spiritual. When like Ichigo releases its spiritual pressure, we get to see a hollow in the back. So that's Hollow Zangetsu. Hollow Zangetsu teaches him a lot about swords, and only after Hollow Zangetsu uses Getsuga Tensho on Byakuya, then only Ichigo can use Getsuga Tensho properly on Byakuya and in Bankai. So Hollow Zangetsu was the one who was actually teaching Ichigo a lot of stuff over the time period, and was the indirect mentor, and Quincy Zangetsu was more of a direct mentor. That he was the mentor that Ichigo was like, he recognized that, yeah, he is my mentor, he is going to protect me, say whatever. And the thing is that there was one point, one sequence in which Ichigo talks to Zangetsu, where he's like, thank you Zangetsu, you saved me when I was on the verge of death against Kenpachi. No, he saved him, but not entirely. Like, his first thing, he was like, you saved me against Kenpachi by using a shadow technique. Okay, that's a Quincy technique, yeah, Quincy Zangetsu saved him. Okay, but after that he mentions that you gave me power when I needed. The thing is that, yeah, he gave you the power that you needed, but that power was actually hollow power, your actual Zanpakuto's power. So I think the credit should go to the Hollow Ichigo, because you could have gotten a lot more, like probably 5 to 6 times more power if you took directly from the Hollow Ichigo, but whatever. And you were the one who saved me from Yuha by using Blunt Wayne. Yeah, I give it to you. You saved him during Kenpachi, and you saved him against Yuha. And you also gave him some tips here and there throughout the series, which was good. Okay, but Hollow Zangetsu was the one who actually defeated Kenpachi. Hollow Zangetsu was the one who actually defeated Ukiura. Okay, wait a second. Quincy Zangetsu always saved Ichigo from problems. Like against Kenpachi, he uses shadow technique to save him. Against Yuha, he saves him using Blunt Wayne. But Hollow Zangetsu was the one who always did the finishing job against Kenpachi, against Ukiura, against Byakuya also. He somewhat interfered also and taught him. So from my understanding, I feel like Hollow Zangetsu is significantly stronger than Quincy Zangetsu. Quincy Zangetsu is strong, but Hollow One is significantly stronger, because Quincy Zangetsu was not able to keep all of Hollow Zangetsu's power sealed. Some of it leaked out, and that leaked out amount is the one that we have been seeing through in the entire series. That leaked amount. I think Ichigo right now, before getting his true Zanpakuto, let's say his power level was 1000. Just for example, don't take these numbers to the heart, okay, people? Let's say his power level was 1000. I think his power level should now, after getting his true power unleashed, that no one is suppressing his power, like Zangetsu, Soul Society, no one is suppressing his power. I think his power should be, at the very least, multiply by 1000 by 5. It should be a 5 times multiplier. And I think that 5 times multiplier is a very decent boost for him to kill Yuha off. Even Yuha with Yamamoto's Bankai, I don't feel like Yuha is that strong, because Ichigo against Yuha, when he was fighting, yeah, he was having a hard time, he was getting his shit wrecked. But it's not like he immediately died. He took a minute or two, and now a 5 times boost to that. Maybe Yamamoto's Bankai can make things equal, but then we have other people also, hopefully. So yeah, Ichigo is significant. Just imagine Ichigo just say 1/5 of his power, okay, was stronger than almost all of the captains. Not like I won't say Shunsui, Yamamoto, Unohana, okay, maybe Ukitake, I don't know. But he was stronger than Byakuya. He was somewhat stronger than, or maybe on par with Kenpachi. So let's say on par with Kenpachi, and stronger than Soma, Hitsugaya, Sajin, Soifon, so on, so on, so on. So, and that was 1/5 of his actual power, people. 1/5. This man is strong. So finally, Ichigo tells when he gets his 2 Zanpakutos, and everyone is like, he evaporated all of the water. And now the thing is that how the hell are they going to create more Zanpakutos? Like, he evaporated the water. Ichigo, you selfish son of a bitch. No, I can't call Masaki son bitch. No, I'm sorry, no. So Ichigo has both of his Zanpakutos. He thanks. He tells Quincy Zangetsu that I won't ask for your help again. And he tells Hollow Zangetsu that I won't shove you away again. And basically we get to see this beautiful scene of Ichigo with his 2 Zanpakutos, and those Zanpakutos are fading away into Reishi, and we get to see Hollow Ichigo and Quincy. I guess Quincy Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Okay, beautiful scene. And they're like, I won't bother both of you again because you are me. The blade is me. And that's the title of the episode, people. That's the fucking title of the episode. The moment I read this title, I understood what's going to happen. Because obviously I have somewhat spoilers of this, of the whole story somewhat. So for me, this revelation of Hollow Ichigo being Ichigo's actual Zanpakuto was ruined, I would say 7 months back, 7 or 8 months back. So I can't even imagine, I can actually imagine how goddamn shocked a lot of people are right now, at least the anime only watchers who were not spoiled by it. So because when I heard about it, I was immediately like, oh my god, it's so good. When I finished Bleach and I didn't have any spoilers, I was like, yeah, the story is good actually. Story is good, I enjoyed it. That's the reason I watched it. It's pretty good. But the moment I started getting spoilers for this shit from YouTube videos and whatever, indirectly, it's not like I've started searching for spoilers, okay? I tried to be as away from spoilers as I could. But internet. But I still got this spoilers and got a lot more spoilers, honestly. Not a lot, but a decent amount. So I started actually loving the series because it sucks that I can't get the proper story in the actual authentic way. But I still started loving the series. The moment I realized that this Hollow Zangetsu is actually Ichigo's true Zanpakuto, I was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense. And I was kind of predicting that over the series because somewhat series, because when Hollow Zangetsu Ichigo was against Kenpachi, we got to see a Hollow Mask. Hollow Mask was protecting Ichigo a lot of times. Vastuloid form. A lot of stuff was happening, but my biggest giveaway was the fight against Kenpachi. That was the biggest point that I personally was for me. Even that the point where Hollow Ichigo said that I am Zangetsu against Ichigo many episodes back. That was not a bigger point. The bigger point was I did not see Quincy Zangetsu's picture in Reishi form against Kenpachi. I saw Hollow Zangetsu's picture against Kenpachi. That was the biggest giveaway for me, at least.
A few moments later.
So there's also one thing. We got one shot of Hollow Ichigo. It was supposed to be a very important shot, but animation wise it was actually terrible. Okay, it was actually terrible shot. I really wanted them to nail Hollow Ichigo's shot properly, because this is the first time we get to see Hollow Ichigo properly after in the new animation style, because during all of this episode we get to see old animation, in the pink color, whatever. But this new shot was actually bad. After that, when we get to see him, the ratio, that's pretty good. But that was not a shot of his face. So the new shot that we got was actually pretty bad in my opinion. So overall, the episode was really good. First of all, I was personally under the impression somewhat that they will release just one episode and make it 1 hour episode. And 1 hour episode is essentially 2.5 episodes for me. Like 1 hour, because each episode is like 23 minutes, 23. and some of that minutes are like intro songs and credits and whatever. So I was like, we might get like a 2.5 to 3 episodes, and this one are special essentially in a way. I was kind of getting greedy, but we didn't get that. The first episode that we got of this finale, the part 1 episode number 12, I saw that and I started refreshing the site on which I was watching, and nothing was happening essentially. Okay, I was like, oh my god, aren't we going to get a new episode? But a lot of people, then I started to think maybe they will do another episode in few hours or few minutes maybe. I kept on refreshing, it didn't come up. Then I went to the bathroom and I came out, and here it was, episode number 13. And I was like, okay, give me a packet of chips, let's watch this goddamn thing. Man, I'm getting hungry. So overall the episode was pretty good. I won't rank this episode right now, I have to think about it honestly. But overall this episode, especially the finale, especially the whole revelation, especially the voice acting by Ichigo, where he screams Zangetsu! 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 And the whole revelation of Zangetsu, Hollow Ichigo, Quincy Zangetsu, Ichigo, and all of that was pretty good. Okay, so if you like the video, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. I will meet you someday again. Bye. So, this is not goodbye, but this is goodbye for a while. I made these Bleach reviews and all that stuff for a while. I personally enjoyed making them. I made these 12 review videos of the new anime and all the Bleach and anime related content. Why did I make them? Because I like anime, I like talking about them. So that's why I created them. The thing is that for a part of me, expected these reviews to do somewhat well. I'm not saying I expected to get like 100 subscribers out of these reviews, but I expected somewhat more, to be honest. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining my thought process right now. So I'm going to take a break from this stuff and probably come back and do anime reviews or anime related content. I'm not saying I won't do it, but probably introduce different type of content also. I don't know what can it be. It can be reaction content, it can be fitness related content. It will be the content that I want to create, I would like to create. If you have any suggestions, you can definitely give them in the comments. But before I say goodbye, I would like to ask you something. If you like my videos or my reviews of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, comment something that this was my favorite part of the segment, this was my favorite review, when this happened it was very funny, this bit was very funny, this comedy scene that you did was very funny, or something, if you liked anything. Because honestly, I really appreciate whenever I get comments. I appreciate comments more than likes, because comment is the person going out of the way to appreciate you in a way. So that's pretty much it. Right now I will be going to another country for a while, and that's the reason I won't be able to make videos for at least 2 weeks. I would say at least 2 weeks. I will be going into that country all alone. That's terrifying. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I will do vlogs, I don't know. Comment if you want something special from me, and if I like that, whatever your comment is, I like that. Oh, this person suggested vlogs, and oh yeah, vlogs might be interesting. To be honest, I don't feel like I'm a very interesting person, or my life is very interesting. That's why I don't do vlogs that much. And when I do vlogs, it's like I'm ruining the actual moment by filming it, so it's kind of difficult. But let's see if that changes. So comment if you want something. So by the way, thank you for watching my videos, all 26 people of you. One person decided to get off the boat. Before that we had 27 subscribers, but one person decided to get off the boat, which is okay. Which is okay, honestly. You decided you didn't like my content, that's totally fine. It's your choice, obviously. That's pretty much it. Enjoy this one last bit that I made for a while. Kisuke, why didn't you tell me about Masaki? You do remember how you were when that incident with Masaki happened, right? During my fight against that stun river, he mentioned special war potentials. Apparently I didn't make the cut. They're gonna regret that. Let's go.